Hey everybody, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Got something different for you today. We've done a lot of reviews this year and I've played some really good escape rooms, and I've been asked to put in one place our top rated rooms for 2025. So please enjoy. There'll be an index so you can jump right to the review that you want if you'd like. Thanks. As a reminder, please check out our full review that we have online for all of the escape rooms that we've reviewed. They can be found at www.funfactorescaperoomreviews.com. If there's a room we haven't reviewed yet and you'd like us to, please let us know and we'll do our best to visit them soon. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Here letting you know we published a new review on our website for the Irvine School of Wizardry, The Goblin's Secret by Hidden Donkey Escapes. We highly recommend this room. We gave it a fun factor of 8 because we just had a tremendous blast exploring the set. It's compact, but has very authentic and rich details and varied landscape that opens up in some ways that we did not expect, and included one of those rare cinematic moments that we cherish so much in escape rooms. Also, the puzzles are fair and clean and appropriate for an escape room with the scenario that you're in a wizardry school. You will be getting feedback from the headmaster, and so you'll be learning magic while you're solving some mysteries. It's for groups of 2 to 7. We recommend 2 to 4. So check out the Irvine School of Wizardry, The Goblin's Secret. Let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Let us know what you think. Please read our full review online, and most of all, have fun. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, here letting you know we published a new review on our website for you to check out. This one is for Jewel of the Sea by Intrepid Escape Rooms. They're in Tustin, California, which is in Orange County, just south of Los Angeles. Read the full review online for additional pictures and descriptions, but we gave this a fun factor of 8, so we highly recommend this room. We particularly enjoyed the room for the puzzles, as well as the cool integration in the set, as well as a couple of extra mile elements that Intrepid Escape Room gave us. Instead of being briefed by the game host outside the room or in the lobby, they built a set of a classic passenger train car. So you are being briefed by the game host while they are in costume, and you're watching the scenery unfold as you're making your way to the start of your destination. And they have several escape rooms, and each has its own unique scenery that you watch as you take the train down there. Hey, and also, regular readers of Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews know that we really like hint systems that are more immersive than a walkie-talkie or God mic. And in this case, Intrepid Escape Room really delivers. They give us a treasure-inspired talking parrot that can give you hints if you need it, but also gives you additional content, and we found that really enjoyable.
What? I love giving you hints. Well done.
Thank you. This room can be booked by 2 to 8. We think 3 to 4 is an ideal number for this space. So please remember to follow us on Instagram. Also subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out Jewel of the Sea. Let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Let us know what you think, and have fun. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Here letting you know we published a new review on our website for you to check out, and this one is for Treasure Island by Brain Game Escape Rooms, and they're in San Pedro, California. San Pedro, California is in Los Angeles County, California, which is south of downtown Los Angeles and very close to Long Beach. We highly recommend Treasure Island. We gave it a fun factor of 9, so you know that we had a blast playing the room. That rating is based upon the varied puzzle and puzzle-solving techniques, the cleverly constructed and well-decorated set, which has a cool, humorous pirate twist to it, as well as the many hands-on tactile manipulations required for the puzzle, which you know that we really enjoy, and a couple of other bonuses too, which I'll mention in a minute. But please check out our full review online for additional photographs and descriptions. This room can be booked by 2 to 8. It's a 75-minute room, and there's a lot of content, but still a larger group of maybe 3 to 5 might be the ideal number for this room. Before I discuss the overall difficulty, just a quick word on the scenario. It is a pirate theme room, but with a bit of a different twist. You start off at a tiki bar on an island resort. You find that you don't have your money, but you know that there's rumors of a pirate treasure that's hidden somewhere nearby. So you go try to find it. The overall difficulty is on the intermediate side, but there is a lot to do, a lot to explore, and it's a combination of observation skills, logic puzzle solving techniques, as well as some physical manipulations of the props as well. So we really had a blast playing this room. Brain Games built in some comical, joyful twists and cutscenes where you can pause from solving puzzles for a moment and watch some of the reactions you cause when you correctly solve a puzzle. In addition, as you know, we love hint systems that are a bit different and more fun, and you can get hints at times from a mounted wallfish or a very friendly lobster that can interact with you if you ask for hints. Another cool advantage of Brain Game Escapes in San Pedro is they have their own dedicated building, which means they've got a small parking lot for a couple of cars. Always a plus in Los Angeles to have a parking spot. So check out Brain Game Escape Rooms Treasure Island in San Pedro, California. Let them know you saw a Fun Factor escape room review. Let us know what you think, and of course, have fun. Hey, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, here letting you know we just published a new review on our website. This one is Nerdy by Nature's Hijinx at Joffrey Manor, which is in Mission Viejo, California. We had a lot of fun playing this room, and we highly recommend it. We gave it a Fun Factor of 8 because the set is an absolute delight to explore. In fact, you start your adventure being driven in a van that appears to drive you up to the front of a mansion where you're let off and you need to figure out how to get inside, and then you get to go up and down and all around the mansion to explore, solve the puzzles, and progress through the room. And this is all taking place in reality in a strip mall in Mission Viejo. We think overall the difficulty level is on the intermediate side. It can be booked by 2 to 10 people. We think 3 to 5 people is a great number for given the size and scope of this room, but a group of 2 could also complete this room as well. The scenario is that the owner of Joffrey Mansion has recently died, and there's something up with the terms of her will. So it's up to you to investigate the activities, but it's really the set that's so fun to explore because you do get to go up and down and all around, all the while interacting with some of the spirits in the mansion. This is not a horror room. It is a mystery, but not a mystery that's very intense at all. Think sort of the level of a Scooby-Doo mystery adventure. So we recommend that you check out Hijinx at Joffrey Manor by Nerdy by Nature. Let them know you saw a Fun Factor escape room review. Let us know what you think. And of course, have fun. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, here letting you know we just published a new review on our website, so please check it out. This is for Wicked Wonderland by Escape Room 66 in their Laguna Hills location. That's in Orange County, California, south of Los Angeles. We had fun playing this room. We highly recommend it. We gave it a Fun Factor of 8 because there's a lot of content and a lot of hands-on manipulation of puzzles as well as very good game flow. This is a combination of an Alice in Wonderland theme with a carnival theme. And Escape Room 66 does a great job in integrating those two themes. The room can be booked by 3 to 9. It can be played by 2, but there's a lot of content, a lot to explore, and a lot to observe. So for that reason, we do recommend at least 3 or more likely 4 or 5 for the most fun experience. So please be sure to check out our full review that we have online for Wicked Wonderland, as well as all the other reviews that we publish. And please follow us on our Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube channels as well. We recommend you check out Wicked Wonderland by Escape Room 66 in Laguna Hills. If you do, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor escape room review. Let us know what you think, and have fun. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, here to let you know we published a new review. This one is for Curse of the Hidden Temple, and that's by Puzzle Connect Escape Rooms in Homedale, New Jersey. We had a blast playing this room, so we can highly recommend it. We gave it a fun factor of 8, and the fun factor of 8 rating is based upon the engaging storyline, the varied puzzles with clean, elegant solutions, and the way the story was driven through the effective use of lighting. We made a day of it at Puzzle Connect and played all 3 of their rooms and can recommend all of them, but Curse of the Hidden Temple is our favorite. Really, from the moment we walked into Puzzle Connect Escape Room, we did feel very welcome. Everyone we met there was very friendly and engaging, and we had a great time chatting with them throughout the day. This room can be booked by 2 to 10. It is very playable by 2. It's on the intermediate level, but we think for the exploration and for the size of the space, groups of 3 to 5 is generally a good idea. We had fun exploring the many details that Puzzle Connect puts into their room. Many of them are unique. You won't find anywhere else. They're custom made for these escape rooms. Additionally, Puzzle Connect does a very good job of driving the narrative, focusing your exploration on the relevant portions by changing the lighting and using that to help drive the story. They live up to their name of Puzzle Connect because we appreciate that they do connect the puzzles to the storyline. So we can highly recommend that you check out and play The Curse of the Hidden Temple by Puzzle Connect in Homedale, New Jersey. We also can recommend their other 2 rooms, the Candy Shop and the family-oriented Frozen in Time, The Race to Save Christmas. We'll have a full review on those posted later. If you do check it out, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Please let us know what you think, and of course, have fun. Hey, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, here letting you know we published a new review on our website. This one is by Ghost Stories by Brain Game Escape Room, and they're in San Pedro, California. That's just south of Los Angeles near Long Beach. We had fun playing this room. We had a lot of fun, so we highly recommend it. We gave it a fun factor of 8. We gave it a fun factor of 8 because of its abundance of puzzles, many different puzzle types, clever and enjoyable use of the set and prop pieces, as well as a fun story to play. Now, it is called Ghost Stories, so I just have to get out of the way that it is not a horror room at all, and it's not really even a scary room. There are just a couple of mildly spooky moments in there, but if you're concerned, you should definitely ask them about it. Read our full review online for additional details. Oh, and by the way, Ghost Stories used to be called 20 Ghosts, so if you've seen reviews on 20 Ghosts, it's the same room, just by a different name. Ghost Stories can be booked by 2 to 6. Because of the many non-linear elements, a group of 2 will be very, very busy completing the room. So we think a group of 4 to 6 is just the right size, given the number of puzzles, the non-linear elements, and the size of the space. We think that it generally tends towards the intermediate side of difficulty. So we really have fun with hint systems that are special or unique. In this case, you'll be joined by Duke, a talking ventriloquist doll, who will be providing you with hints, but also providing you with a lot of in-game content as well. It's a really fun touch. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, here letting you know we've got a new review up on our website, so please check it out. This one is for Warlocked by Quest Room. It's in their Redondo Beach location. We had a lot of fun playing this room, so we highly recommend it. We gave it a fun factor of 8 because it had an abundance of puzzles, a variety of techniques, an immersive and engaging storyline, a lot of tactile manipulation of the props, as well as a game flow that really was conducive to having fun. We always enjoy a hint system that's more on the immersive side, that's a departure from a walkie-talkie or a monitor. And in this case, you will be joined by a friendly owl whose name is, well, I can't tell you because that's one of the puzzles you'll need to solve. So you will be kept company by this friendly owl. You will also encounter an actor at some point in the room. I know some people are particularly sensitive to actors in the room, but we found the actor engagement to be completely immersive, made sense with the story, and was in no way scary. There's a lot to explore in this engaging set. We liked how the story unfolded as the spaces opened up to us. Quest Room Redondo Beach is located in the South Bay Galleria, so it has both the advantages and disadvantages of being in a mall. Lots of parking, but you'll need to make your way through the mall to the upper level. We highly recommend that you check out Warlocked by Quest Room in Redondo Beach location. If you do check it out, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Of course, please let us know what you think. And have fun. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Delighted to let you know we've got a new review up on our website, so please check it out. This one is for Dragon Alley, and that's by Keystone Escape Games in Reno, Nevada. It earned a Top Fun Award, meaning it scored a 10 out of 10 on the Fun Factor scale. We had a tremendous amount of fun from the moment we walked in the door until the game ended. It was a delight. The set was fun to explore. It opened up expansively in new and immersive ways. In addition, the puzzles required some multi-level puzzling with the use of some pretty cool set pieces using a variety of techniques and one or two that we haven't seen before. In addition, we always enjoy a unique hint system, and this is one of our most memorable hint systems we've encountered. You'll be kept company by Jim, a talking animatronic skeleton who, quite frankly, wanted to hang out with after the game was over. Jim will provide you with additional content, some nudges, and also keep you company while you play. It was a tremendous amount of fun. Overall, we rate the difficulty as intermediate, although there are some that are a bit more advanced, but there's a lot of content and a lot of multiple layers. This room can be booked by 2 to 10, and indeed it is going to be a fun game with 4 to 6, which is what we recommend, given the variety of puzzles, the expansive space, and all the content involved. The room can be completed by 2 people, but you will be working very hard and quickly along the way. We recommend, if you're in the Reno area, that you definitely check out Dragon Alley by Keystone Escape Games. If you do go, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Please let us know what you think. And of course, have fun. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, here letting you know we've got a new review up on our website. This one is for The Ghost of Mentorville, and that's by Arcane Escape Rooms, and they're in Santa Clarita, California. Santa Clarita is in the northern part of Los Angeles. We had fun playing this room, and we highly recommend it with a fun factor of 8. This room can be booked by 2 to 4, but this really is an ideal room for 2, maybe 3. The space is small, but the content is rich and detailed. And this room probably has the best overall movement of the story from the beginning to the end of any escape room we've played. You will be joined by an actor, and the game is not a horror game, but there definitely is a spooky vibe with some moments in there that might be intense for those who are sensitive to that. So check out our full review. It is a very story-driven game by the actor who provides additional content and will integrate hints if needed. The overall space for The Ghost of Mentorville isn't a pretty small space by escape room standards, but it didn't feel small. That is, when the game was over, we thought we were exposed to a lot of content and we had a lot of rich details to look at. So really well done to Arcane Escape Rooms for that. So we recommend, if you're in the Santa Clarita area, to definitely check out The Ghost of Mentorville. Let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Let us know what you think. And of course, have fun. Hey, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. I'm pleased to let you know we've got a new review up on our website, so please go and check it out. This one is for Battleship by Unreal Escapes, and they're in Staten Island, New York. We had a lot of fun playing this room, so we highly recommend it. We gave it a fun factor of 8. The fun factor of 8 is due to its impressively detailed and authentic feeling set, its engaging game flow, as well as the immersive use of technology and integration into the scenario. And just a reminder, all of the Fun Factor Escape Room reviews can be found on our website, and there's a search box for you to make detailed searches if you like. You can jump right to the reviews and scroll through the different reviews that we've already posted. So the scenario is World War III has broken out, but fortunately you find yourself on a battleship. Now, can you take over controls and target the enemy before things really get out of hand? What makes this room particularly fun is the really cool, immersive, and authentic feeling battleship portion of the set. When we got to it, I thought, wow, this is a cool room with a lot of decorations, but I've seen this before. We're gonna have a lot of decorations that won't be used. Not so. Almost everything that's decorated the set was important in one way or another, and it was really fun to explore and play with. There are some very big props that you get to manipulate, as well as some control panels that just feel immersive. And I think the reason why they feel immersive is the game designer visited a battleship and did some research before designing the games. And it really shows in the game flow and in the thoughtfulness for how the puzzles were put together. This room can be booked by 2 to 11. We think 3 to 4 is a really good number, but perhaps a larger number could be accommodated too. I mean, just like in a battleship, there'll be plenty of areas for the crew to spread out and take on responsibility. On an overall basis, we think this is an advanced level of difficulty, with a couple of puzzles that are more on the intermediate side. Unreal Escapes is located in Staten Island, in New York City. If you're in the area, I highly recommend that you check it out. We also played their other room, Disco 54, which will be the subject of another review, but we also recommend that as well. The building that they're in has some parking spots, so that's always helpful when visiting areas in New York City. It's a room that we highly recommend, and it's worth exploring. If you visit Battleship by Unreal Escapes in Staten Island, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Also, please let us know what you think of the room. And of course, have fun. Hi, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Pleased to let you know we've got a new review up on our website, so please go check it out. This one is for The Curse of the Black Knight, and it's by EscapeX in Irvine, California. We had a lot of fun playing this room, so we highly recommend it with a fun factor of 8. The standout here is clearly the set, which made us forget that we were in an office park in Irvine, California as we went up, down, and sideways through the set to progress through the puzzles. EscapeX puts us in the land of knights and curses and castles, and our objective is to lift a magical curse by returning the knight sword to its rightful place. Sometimes when you correctly solve a puzzle, you'll be rewarded by additional content through spoken voices that you'll hear. So definitely check out the full review online, but we did appreciate that EscapeX Room provided that content in written form later in the rooms as it opened up. Just a quick note on the physicality of this room, which could be important. This is a pretty physical room by escape room standards. There are certainly stairs, but there's also some crawling to be done. Not everyone needs to crawl, but pretty much everyone does need to use the stairs. And that's what makes the set very fun to explore, is the vertical nature of the set decorations as well as some of the horizontal nature. Physicality is an issue, then please take that in mind. The room can be booked by 2 to 6. We think 2 or 3, maybe 4 is about right, because there are some very tight spots and some closed-in quarters. And the room is generally linear, so a smaller group can have a lot of fun playing this room. So we highly recommend that you check out The Curse of the Black Knight by EscapeX Rooms in Irvine, California. If you do go, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Also, please drop us a note and let us know what you think. But most of all, have fun. Hey, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, here letting you know we've got a new review published on our website, so please go there and check out the full review. This one is for Alice's Dream by Mind Twist Escape Experience, and they're in Las Vegas in the Fashion Show Mall. Say, listen, we had a lot of fun playing this room, so we highly recommend it. We gave it a fun factor of 8, and that was due to the absolutely engaging and whimsical Alice in Wonderland set, as well as the puzzles that were integrated into the story in a way that helped drive the narrative. We've played a lot of Alice in Wonderland themed rooms, and this is amongst the best in terms of integrating the story into the puzzles in a way that doesn't require prior knowledge to solve, but if you are familiar with the books, you'll really enjoy how they've built in the content. We particularly enjoy that there's a lot of variety to these puzzles. There are some that are physical, some that are identifying patterns, and some that require a bit of a different element that we haven't seen in other puzzles before. This room can be booked by 2 to 8. We think 3 to 4 is the ideal number given the size of the room, but 5 or 6 can also have fun. And the room is playable by 2 or 3, although it will be a busy room to play. Mind Twist has other rooms at this location. We also played their steampunk train room. We had fun and can recommend that too, and look for a future review on that one. As a reminder, please check out our full review that we have online for Alice's Dream and all the other escape rooms that we've reviewed. They can be found at www.funfactorescaperoomreviews.com. If there's a room we haven't reviewed yet and you'd like us to, please let us know and we'll do our best to visit them soon. As a reminder, you can count on that we had fun playing a room if we recommend it, because we only recommend those rooms where we have fun. As to Alice's Dream, it's on the intermediate level of difficulty. And another reminder, it is in the Fashion Show Mall, so keep that in mind when planning your commuting time and your parking. If you're in Las Vegas, we highly recommend you play the family-friendly Alice's Dream at Mind Twist Escape Experience. If you do go, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Also, please drop us a line and let us know what you think. And of course, have fun. Hey everyone, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, and I'm pleased to let you know we've got a new review up on our website, so please go to check it out, as I want to tell you about one of the most unforgettable escape room experiences we've ever played, Magnifico, at Escaparium in Laval, Quebec. Magnifico has earned our Fun Factor Top Fun Award for having achieved a Fun Factor of 10, one of the very few 10s we've awarded. The rating of 10 is based upon the absolutely immersive, fun world that Escaparium has created. The set, the props, the puzzles, the actors all combine to drive a content-rich story that has a clear beginning, middle, and an end, and it all seems to build around you in an organic way. This isn't just an escape room, it's a full-on immersive, puzzle-filled, theatrical-like world. You start out with a ticket to the circuit, but pretty soon you're pulled into something way bigger. It's a layered, dynamic, and deeply interactive experience. Actors play a big role in this experience, but don't worry, it's a safe space. They'll meet you where you're at. If you're willing to engage with the world they've built, they will organically take on all you can bring and reflect it back. But regardless, they will guide the whole story as it unfolds around you in real time. So there's no pressure to perform, as our role of players is not to perform as such, but to react and interact naturally with the actors. But I believe they are there to meet you at whatever level of interaction you find enjoyable. The puzzles are varied and clever and fully integrated into the environment. Nothing feels random. Everything is grounded in the world of the game. And the set, absolutely stunning. It's like walking through a living, breathing circus from the front of the house at the ticket taker's booth to the behind the scenes, to the living quarters, and then ultimately to the performance area itself. Magnifico has earned the #1 rating on the Turpica list of top escape rooms, and we can see why. So the big picture, 180-minute adventure over a dozen distinct spaces, actor-driven clue systems, amazing puzzles, and ranked #1 in the world on Turpica. We gave Magnifico a fun factor of 10 because we had fun from the beginning until the end, which was 2.5 hours after we started, but honestly, it seemed to go by in a flash. We had that much fun. If you love immersive storytelling with puzzles and exploration, you'll see why. Check out our full review online for more details, photos, and tips. We highly recommend you visit Escaparium in Lavelle in the Montreal area. During our visit, we played 5 other of their rooms at Escaparium, and we can recommend them all. Check out our review online for Magnifico as we list out what those other rooms are. But Magnifico is our favorite. If you go to Escaparium, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Also, please drop us a note and let us know what you think. But most importantly, have fun. Hey everyone, it's Andy. Welcome back to Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Pleased to let you know we've got a new review up on our website, so please go and check out the full review online. Today, we're talking about Project Reset, a futuristic escape room experience at Immersia Escape Games in the Montreal area. RESET, that's Rehabilitation, Education, and Self-Awareness of Errors Through Technology. We had a lot of fun playing this room, and we gave it a fun factor of 8, so we highly recommend it, and we're excited to share why. This room had a great combination of a storyline that was compelling, puzzles that supported the narrative, and a set that made for fun and effective puzzle solving. Additionally, there was a game mechanic or two that we hadn't seen before, caught us by surprise, and we really enjoyed it. Here's the premise. It's the year 2035. Your team seems you are convicted metacriminals. Your mission? Participate in a government-run rehabilitation program that may earn you a second chance, so no pressure. What we loved about Project Reset is how it combined narrative, tech, and puzzle solving in a well-executed package. It is a tech-forward room where everything works smoothly, and the design clearly reflects a lot of care and thought. Tech-forward, yes, but still a lot of tactile manipulations of the prop and set. You'll have a tablet with you throughout the game, not just as a tool, but as part of the story. You'll need to refer to it, but not constantly. The room has a strong sci-fi vibe and a polished set with some what just happened moments that really elevate the experience. We'd rate this one as intermediate in difficulty, accessible to smaller teams, but probably best enjoyed by 4 or 5 players. You'll need teamwork, observation, and a willingness to lean into the story. One section involves some light crawling for at least 1 player, so heads up on that. And yes, there's a live actor involved playing a very specific character, but they're friendly, non-threatening, and have critical content to the story. Even if actor-driven rooms aren't usually your thing, we think this one is worth stepping out of your comfort zone. But please see our full review for a bit more details. And if you're into video games, this room has some clever nods that fans will really appreciate. What I appreciated is that there were no gaming skills involved to enjoy the video game references. While you're at Immersia, check out the Grand Immersia Hotel, which we also highly recommend, and the Salute Medicina Institute if you're into more horror-themed experience. Full reviews are coming. Want all the details? Check out our full written review online at funfactorescaperoomreviews.com. The link's in the description. If you've enjoyed this recap, please subscribe and follow us for more escape room content and reviews from around the world. And if you do play Project Reset, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Also, please drop us a line to let us know what you think. And of course, have fun. Hey there, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, and I'm pleased to let you know we have a new review up on our website, so please go check it out. Also, welcome to the special edition that's kind of a double episode because we review 2 rooms which can be played, and we recommend that you play them back to back. We had fun playing Chapter 1, Occam's Apartment, and Chapter 2, the Norcross Art Gallery at Off the Couch Games in Fremont, California, and we highly recommend the set. Off the Couch has breathed new life into 3 games originally created by Evil Genius Escape Rooms in Los Angeles. We played those originals over 7 years ago and still remember them very fondly. The titles are the same, as are the broad brushstrokes of the story, but the first 2 chapters have been substantially reworked puzzle-wise, with a few nostalgic nods to the old version. They've created the city of Asheville, where these stories take place, and you will get to explore its varied locations. The 3rd chapter, The Morgue, is said to be closer to the LA version. We haven't played it yet, but I'm told it still has one of the best puzzle-solving moments I've encountered in any escape room. We played chapters 1 and 2 back-to-back, which I highly recommend. The seamless transition makes it feel like one mega escape room story. You can book them separately, even out of order, but really the full effect comes when you play them consecutively. Off the Couch has pulled off something very few companies can: continuity that actually works. But having said that, if you can't play them back-to-back because of time commitments or otherwise, don't let that stop you from playing these rooms in whatever order you can. And even more ambitious, they've revealed their ultimate goal is a 12-chapter saga, playable as one continuous set. If the first 2 are any indication, this is going to be something really special. Both rooms share some standout features. Smooth, varied tech that never glitched, appropriate for the scenarios, actor-driven moments that raise the stakes and enhance immersion without being dominant. Hint systems that are woven into the story so you never break immersion, and an immersive set design that makes Asheville feel real. What about horror content? Now, here at Fun Factor, I feel it's our responsibility to let you know if a room has a horror theme, and so that's why we put it right up front on every review in the top section, which lists the facts about each room. Now, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 are not horror-themed rooms, but each have elements which some may find disturbing. It's an undertone. At most, there are moments that would lean horror adjacent. There are some intense actor moments, a little gore in some of the props and photos, and a creepy vibe to be sure, but the majority of your time is spent on puzzles and story. I thought all of the intense moments added interesting content and fun immersive elements. So let's talk about each room now. Here's where the story begins. Detective William Occam, your friend, has gone missing, and Asheville's shady new mayor, John Norcross, may be involved. From the very start, immersion is strong. Instead of a generic briefing, you're welcomed as Occam's trusted friends with an in-game item that contains real content. You feel you must investigate, but the stakes are high because if the police catch you in his apartment, well, they would likely conclude you had something to do with Occam's disappearance. The set includes a spacious living room and kitchen with plenty to explore. Puzzle flow is mostly linear, which works to support the narrative. Highlights include multi-layered puzzles, including creative twists on familiar formats, scavenging that felt fair but challenging, and a clever use of props, including one object that we thought was just atmosphere until it kept coming back into play. Physical demands are modest. One brief crouch plus some tactile prop interactions, and one time you'll have to step over something. Hints come through a very ordinary object used in a very extraordinary way. As for Chapter 2, Norcross Art Gallery, Chapter 2 picks up right where Chapter 1 leaves off. You exit the apartment, the phone booth is ringing, suddenly you're seeking refuge in the Norcross Art Gallery. The puzzles here are denser. The play is more nonlinear, which allows the group to split up and tackle different challenges. Design details shine in this chapter, lighting clues that guide your focus. A clever hint system, which adds both narrative and content. and an art gallery theme that gives the designers an excuse to try puzzle styles ranging from strict logic to creative out-the-box thinking. Between the two rooms, Norcross Art Gallery was our favorite. Smaller footprint, but puzzle-packed, and capped with a clever story transition that hands you off directly into Chapter 3. The Asheville series is a rare example of episodic escape room storytelling done right. Playing chapters 1 and 2 back-to-back created an engrossing cinematic-type adventure. Between the integrative narrative, inventive puzzles, dramatic active moments, and organic hint systems, Off the Couch has built something special, and we highly recommend it. So yes, we had fun playing both Occam's Apartment and Norcross Art Gallery, and we definitely recommend them, individually or in a set. And if you visit Off the Couch, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor escape room review. And also, please drop us a note too. We always love hearing how other players have fared. And of course, have fun. Hey everyone, it's Andy here with another Fun Factor escape room review. I'm pleased to let you know we have a new escape room review up on our website. This time we're talking about Puppet Murder Files, Election Day at Appleseed Avenue in Los Angeles County. We had fun playing this room and we gave it a fun factor of 8. We had fun, but please check out the full review online where I discuss one hiccup we encountered. Once we got past it, the pacing was smooth and the story flow really took over. So what makes this room stand out? The story, the set, and the puzzles. Here, the storytelling really shines. We love immersive escape rooms with a clear story that are supported by game flow and puzzles. Also, the set is wonderfully detailed and fun to explore. The puzzles are clean, creative, and varied from start to finish. Props are used in really inventive ways, and there's a unique game mechanic that lets players develop specialized skills as the story unfolds. That's rare in escape rooms, and it added a fresh twist. Now, if you've read the official description on Appleseed Avenue's website, you know, like we did, that you'll be stepping into the roles of detectives and medical examiners. What surprised us wasn't that those roles existed, but how much depth they were given. With a 100-minute game time, the designers had room to make these roles meaningful. So how do these roles get integrated into the story? Well, you've applied as a detective or medical examiner in the puppet world, and it happens to be Election Day, and some things are going on where perhaps your skills will come into play. And even with these roles, as usual, collaboration and communication are absolutely key, and it really felt like one unified team working together to solve the mystery. The content level here also supports a range of group sizes. Now you'll need at least 4 players to book the room, and we think that's the right minimum. 6 is probably the sweet spot, though the game can handle up to 8. The room difficulty is probably more on the advanced side, so the larger groups are important there. Appleseed Avenue's creators are master storytellers. Election Day has a plot that unfolds organically, and the puzzles feel like they belong in that world rather than being dropped on top of it. We felt that the events were happening in real time, and that's a sign of an immersive, fun escape room. So if you're in Los Angeles County, we recommend you check out Puppet Murder Files at Election Day at Appleseed Avenue. For our full written review, head over to funfactorescaperoomreviews.com. If you play Puppet Murder Files Election Day, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor escape room review. Also, please drop us a note and let us know what you think. And most of all, have fun. Hi everyone, it's Andy, and welcome back to Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. And I am pleased to let you know that we have a new review up on our website, so please go check it out. Today, we're talking about Witchly Ever After at Ohm Escape in San Jose. a whimsical fairy tale mashup escape room that had us smiling from start to finish. We had a lot of fun playing this room, and we highly recommend it with a fun factor of 9. And here's why. First, the set is downright charming. I don't throw that word around much, but this one deserves it. There are lots of rich details to the sets and props, which makes this an engaging environment to interact with. Second, the puzzles are tactile, playful, and tied perfectly into the fairy tale theme. You're not just unlocking boxes, you're restoring the storybook world. And third, the game flow is smooth. The room opens up in stages, giving you a great sense of discovery. There's even a short moment of a player separation, but it's designed so well, it never feels stressful. And make sure you're in the right locations, as Ohm Escape has 2 locations in the area. This one's in San Jose. They have another one nearby in Sunnyvale. The setup, a bitter witch has gone and scrambled the endings of your favorite childhood stories. It's up to you and your team to step in, untangle the magic, and set things right. And this room is family friendly. One of my favorite touches, however, is the scalability difficulty. If your team is flying through the puzzles, the room will quietly serve up some extra challenges. If you're moving at a more leisurely pace, you'll still get a complete and satisfying story. And I don't think you'll miss the puzzles. The extra content is added seamlessly, so well done on that. We don't encounter scalable escape rooms all that often, but when they've done right, like this one, it really increases the fun for groups that need more time. They can still feel they can finish the room, and for groups that are more experienced, they will get more puzzles. Group size, Ohm Escapes recommends 3 to 6. We played with 4, which felt just right. Enough puzzles to split up and have plenty to do. The room is playable by experienced trios to be sure, but the space and content will be fun even for 5 or 6. But we think 4 is the sweet spot. The puzzle difficulty is overall on the intermediate level, with a few that are more basic. The room is family friendly. Kids can help with scavenging and pattern identification, while adults will enjoy the trickier logic. Bottom line, Witchly Ever After is joyful, clever, and full of fairy tale fun. If you're in San Jose, definitely check it out. And if you go play Witchly Ever After, please let them know you heard about it from a Fun Factor Escape Room review. Then drop us a line, because we'd love hearing your stories. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to our content, and drop us a note if there's an escape room you would like us to consider for a future review. Check out the full review of Witchly Ever After and all our reviews on our website. And as always, have fun. Hey everyone, it's Andy here with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Welcome back. Today, we've got a new review up on our website, and we're talking about Ctrl Alt Reboot at Escaparium in Laval, Quebec. That's in the Montreal, Canada area. We had a blast playing this room, and we gave it a fun factor of 10. That's our top fun award, so we highly recommend you play this room. And let me start off saying this. I cannot tell you much about this game and its story, not because I don't want to, but because spoiling it would rob you of the absolute joy of discovery. You've just got to trust me. This is one of those experiences you need to play for yourself. Please check out our full review online for a little bit more information. So what can I tell you? Well, Escaparium's official website says this. You and your friends are hanging out at Escaparium's brand new bar, Pool Bar, when 2 frantic scientists burst through the doors and, well, let's just say your night out takes a hard left turn. That and the name of the room is all I knew going in, and that's all I want you to know going in. Trust me, every surprise lands better that way. Quick note, Escaparium does something unusual here. They include an offensive language warning on their website for this one, and they specifically rate this room for ages 13 plus. Think of the language you'd hear in like an R-rated movie. Not everyone will care. We weren't offended, but we don't want anyone caught off guard when they play this room. Also, this is not a horror room. But Escaparium does rate this as a 2 out of 4 on their scare scale. Now, scary is not a word I would associate with this room, but there are some intense moments, and I don't want to send any of you off to one of my all-time favorite rooms unaware. So what can I say without giving much away? Well, we rated this room as a fun factor of 10 because Ctrl-Alt-Reboot is packed with cinematic moments, futuristic set design, and gameplay sequences that made us feel we were inside a sci-fi blockbuster. This is a 99-minute game with varied and immersive puzzles which drive the story and your group deeper and further into the story. From the very first scene where we thought, no way they're going to actually do that, they just kept doing it, and it kept building and building. And yes, this game earned our top fun award. That's how much fun we had playing it. The puzzles are varied. They range from intermediate to advanced in terms of difficulty, with some classic logic challenges and some jaw-dropping interactive tasks. A couple of them had us stumped for a moment, but the solutions were clever and deeply satisfying once we caught on. And yes, there are actor interactions, but they're short, they're impactful, and they do add extra fun and energy into the experience. Escaparium is located in its own ginormous building with plenty of convenient parking and an impressive wall of board games that was fun to check out the titles as we waited. Bottom line, Ctrl-Alt-Reboot is one of the best and most fun escape rooms we've ever played. If you're in Montreal, this is a must-do room right alongside Magnifico at Escaparium. Check out our full written review at funfactorescaperoomreviews.com. And if you play this, please let them know you heard about it through Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Also, please drop us a note and let us know what you think. Until next time, keep escaping and have fun. Hi there, it's Andy here with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, and I'm pleased to let you know we have another new review up on our website that we'd love to share. So please go check it out. We had an absolute blast playing The Secret of the Watchmaker, or The Watchmaker's Secret, at Harz Escapes in Wernigerode, Germany. And we're thrilled to give it a fun factor of 9. As a reminder, if we recommend a room, you know that we had fun playing it. We only recommend rooms if we had fun. This game feels like stepping straight into a real watchmaker shop. Every detail, from the ticking of the clocks to the tools on the bench, feels authentic. My family had a jewelry store when I was growing up, and honestly, this place looked and sounded the part. The story unfolds gradually, with one reveal leading naturally to the next, and the payoff is both clever and emotional. Harz Escape achieves what so many rooms aim for: puzzles that serve the story instead of interrupting it. No spoilers here. The website reveals there's a watchmaker's shop near the escape room, and they need your help checking out and to make sure that the watchmaker is okay. More than that, I'm not going to tell you. That's what we knew going in. It's bookable by 2 to 4 players, but we think this might be one of the best 2-person escape rooms we've played anywhere in the world. Since Laura and I are often just a team of 2 and we travel around the world wishing to experience the best escape rooms, we sometimes pass on those that we don't want to burn because we don't have enough players. But this is not the case with the Watchmaker's Secret. If you're a duo, get to this room. The space is compact but brilliantly used. Every corner matters and the puzzles are layered and satisfying. But I think 3 or 4 players could have fun, and the extra brain power is always helpful. Getting there took us a couple of hours by car, but Wernigerode is a storybook town worth the detour. Parking can be problematic. We found parking at the Hotel Godesches. Their garage worked perfectly for us if you plan to stay in this area and explore it. Sorry for my pronunciation. The spelling is in the review. The Secret of the Watchmaker is cinematic, heartfelt, and deeply immersive. If your travels take you anywhere near North Central Germany, make time for this one. Trust us. Go, play, and let the gear start turning. We highly recommend you play The Watchmaker's Secret. If you go, please let them know you heard about it from Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews. Also, please drop us a note, as we'd love to share stories with you. But most of all, Have fun. Hey everybody, it's Andy with Fun Factor Escape Room Reviews, and I'm pleased to let you know we have a new review you'll find on our website, so please go check it out. Hey look, I gotta tell you, we had an absolute blast playing Undercooked at Home Escape in their Sunnyvale location, and we're giving it a fun factor of 9. If you love puzzles, lots of them, this room is a feast. It's a fast-paced, high-energy buffet of puzzles where you're the stand-in chefs racing to prepare as many dishes as possible before the restaurant opens. Orders appear on a central screen, each with 3 ingredients to find. Some are obvious, others are hidden behind clever, layered puzzles, some intermediate, some advanced level puzzling to be sure. It's all about teamwork, splitting up, swapping puzzles, regrouping, communicating, and keeping that kitchen humming. And there's good reason this game's earned worldwide acclaim. Undercooked has made the Turpica Top 100 list 3 years running, 2022, 23, and 2024. We left smiling and a little hungry. We were glad we had just eaten dinner before playing this room, as all the puzzles involve food. We love rooms like this that give you a ton of tasty content but don't require you to solve everything. It's like a culinary version of a heist game. Grab as many wins as you can before the clock runs out. We recommend at least 4 players, but 5 or 6 works great too. It's a collaborative chaos in the absolute best way, with fun set pieces, a working oven, and physical searching to keep everyone involved. If you enjoyed puzzle-heavy, parallel-solving games, Undercooked is absolutely worth your time. Check out our full written review on funfactorescaperoomreviews.com for more information. And while you're there, like, subscribe, and drop us a comment and tell us what rooms you think we should review next. If you play Undercooked, please let them know you saw a Fun Factor Escape Room review. And if you're new to escape rooms, don't miss our videos, What is an escape room and what makes a fun escape room. Until next time, keep escaping, have fun, and don't burn the souffle. Hey everyone, Andy here from Fun Factor Escape Room Review. So let's get right to it. We had a fantastic time playing the Grand Immersia Hotel at Immersia Escape Rooms just outside Montreal, and we're giving it a fun factor of 9. That fun factor score reflects its stunning set design, cohesive storytelling, and puzzles that felt like they belonged in this world. No spoilers here, as always, but picture this. You're brought to the Grand Immersia Hotel under less than ideal circumstances. You'll need to decide whether to follow your captor's orders, all the while trying to chart your own escape. How you arrive at the hotel is one of those moments best experienced firsthand, and it hooked us right away. Now, this room's been on the Turpica list since 2020. Turpica is the worldwide ranking of rooms, and it's been ranked as high as 58, and it's easy to see why. Recognition aside, we're recommending it because we had fun playing this room. And you can count on the fact that if we recommend a room, you know that we had fun playing it. The hotel environment feels alive, detailed, varied, and full of purpose. You'll explore all different types of areas in the hotel, each space distinct but seamlessly tied into the unfolding story. The puzzles are integrated into the environment, not just dropped in for convenience. They make sense in context and keep you immersed. Transitions between spaces are clever, and the way you access the hotel's public areas is particularly memorable. Now, while this isn't an actor-driven room, there are brief moments of character-infused interaction that build atmosphere. The company itself describes it as suitable for all ages with mildly stressful moments. Now, that feels like a right description. It's bookable by 2 to 8 players. 2 experienced players can absolutely handle it, but we'd really recommend 3 to 6 for the best balance of teamwork and exploration and enjoyment. If you're anywhere near Montreal, the Grand Immersia Hotel is among the must-play rooms. It's cinematic, logical, beautifully produced, and one of those rooms that reminds us why we love escape rooms so much. Check out our website for other recommended rooms at Immersia Escape Rooms and the Montreal area in general. If you play the Grand Immersia Hotel, please tell them that you heard about it through